I have a feeling we might push higher because we have this weekly imbalance right here. This is buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So that means only buyers are found in here. So this fair value gap can force price to push higher, you check. Um, but I would like to see price maybe fill this a bit more, but we can see for now we are having this reaction that's pushing price higher. So if I go to a lower time frame, we are bullish on the weekly, we are bullish on the daily. So as we can see, price is reacting off this weekly time frame. So I will look what price is doing right here, because at the same time we have this daily fair value gap that's also causing price to push lower, because you see we had price retrace. So this will be my current trading range. As you can see, we are bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly. Price had us pull back, and now we are tracing. As we can see, we trace 50% of our range, which is our premium area. Price also um, reacted off this daily fair value gap. So I will see what price did here to tell me whether price wants to actually push lower. But overall, I can see price wants to push lower because we have this imbalance that's resting below here. We have this fair value gap over here that price also can tap into today or next tomorrow or next week. Depends if we have news coming out in the next 2 days that can bring volatility into the market. So in within this high time frame imbalance, I have this daily imbalance, which can be used to push price higher because we have this daily sell side imbalance up here. I can remove this. That supports selling pressure. So this sell side imbalance um, confirms selling pressure. So price pulled into this area, and then we had this huge rejection by this week. So this tells me price wants to push lower into this fair value gap. We also have this daily order block down here that pushed price up there as well. Also down here we have another order block. So we have a lot of inefficiencies and order blocks left behind that price can use to push higher. But I see price maybe fulfilling this fair value gap a bit more because we hardly actually pulled into this fair value gap. If you have a look, this daily fair value gap, we hardly actually pulled into it. So I'm expecting price to sweep all this liquidity right here. So all this liquidity right here, I'm expecting price to take out. Expecting price to take out all this liquidity that is resting above this high, and then I'm expecting price to react off this 4-hour order block up here to push lower, because this order block is unmitigated and price is making its way back up to the order block. So I see price pushing higher into this fair value gap, our daily fair value gap, or this 4-hour order block. But we also do have this 4-hour imbalance that's resting up here. We also have this 4-hour imbalance that's right here, which is this one up here. So I want to see, since these two imbalances are quite close together, I'm going to just use the 4-hour imbalance because that was displaced lower. So I'm expecting price to fill this imbalance and maybe have a reaction of the order block. But I'm going to wait for price to pull into this, making higher highs and higher lows, because price is making higher highs and higher lows right now. So something like this on the 1 hour or 15 minute, then my entry will be somewhere in here, targeting this relatively equal lows right here, because this is a magnet for price to go to. So this will be my type of entry above the fair value gap. So it depends where price actually distributes or displays the sell model, whether it's up here in the 4-hour block or here in the 4-hour fair value gap. But that's my eyes today. I'm expecting price to push higher, creating higher highs, high lows, taking out this relative equal highs, and then rebalance itself in this area right there to push lower. So that's what I'm seeing happening today. And yeah, price can fill this according to the higher time frames, we do have this imbalance that price can fill some more because we hardly even filled 50% of the higher time frame imbalance. We also have this order block right here, weekly order block is resting here that can force price to go higher. But like I said in the beginning, this pair is higher than it ever was. And the problem is with this pair, we don't always know when price is going to slow down because we don't have any data to compare to next to the past. We only have see price creating bullish structures. So, but on the 4 hour, we have this displacement lower. We can look for some sells in here, but for now, I do see price pushing higher into these areas because we are making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we are bullish breaking above the structure here on the left. So we had a change of character right here. We had this low, this high, this low, this high, and then price rated this lower low. So I feel like price can take this relatively equal highs that's resting here, which is liquidity. So I'm expecting price to push higher, creating structure, and then up here see some selling pressure or selling your sell model play out. So this will just be an update from the video I posted on the Nasdaq analysis. So I predicted and say the price will push up higher into this 4 hour fair value gap and possibly up here to retest this order 4 hour order block. And as you can see that price has created higher highs and higher lows, uptrend structure on a lower time frame. So what I'm actually waiting for in the 1 hour now is for price to actually display the sell model, which is called distribution. So I'm waiting for price to display that right now. If price does not display my sell model, I won't take the trade because I need to stick to my rules, and that's what you need. You need discipline, and you need to stick to your rules. So I'm waiting for price to display my sell model on the 1 hour. If it doesn't, and it shows me price wants to push higher, then I'll be looking for buys, taking up the new high, taking out the previous high. So if price changes cycles and changes character, I'll be looking for price to then sweep all this liquidity, this internal liquidity that was left behind below this higher lows. So as you can see, below all this higher lows, there is liquidity resting. So I will be looking for price to change direction and changing cycles. If price breaks below this higher low right here, then I'm going to assume that we want to push lower. So let me just do that. So that's what I'm waiting for. There's nothing else I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for price to displace lower, leaving behind some form of a value gap, order block, breaker block, whatever is going I'm going to use for my entry. Then I'll be taking the sell.